In today's video, I want to give you guys an update about something a lot of people have been pondering on in regards to the PlayStation 5, and that is backwards compatibility. As far as PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 1 backwards compatibility goes, that seems to not be one of Sony's priorities right now. In actuality, their priority is to get games working from the PlayStation 4 on the PlayStation 5. All of you guys that think that all PlayStation 4 games are going to instantly be backwards compatible with the PlayStation 5, I do think are going to be a little bit disappointed, because these skirting around the topic statements that Sony's putting out, yeah, they'll tell us that we have full backwards compatibility with PlayStation 4, but they're not giving us an idea of if that's going to be at launch, if they're going to be adding more games as they go. There's still a lot of uncertainty regarding that, and in an interview with GameSpark, we actually got a little bit of information about that, and also used games. Of course, that was a hot topic going into this generation. Next generation, I think it is going to be much less of a big factor, because I think everybody's accepting of used games. Monster Hunter World Iceborne expansion title update 4 launches on July 9th. The new developer diary will be debuting on July 3rd. Capcom also is planning a Monster Hunter that middle and high school students can enjoy. However, the game is not coming to the Nintendo Switch. I don't know, I think high schoolers can enjoy Monster Hunter World as well. Nevertheless, maybe that rated M is turning some people off, but we'll talk that at the end of this video. PlayStation 5 upgrades will be available for used games as well. No comment on full PlayStation backwards compatibility at this point. Speaking with Japanese website GameSpark, a Sony representative confirmed that used games will be eligible for PlayStation 5 upgrades. The rep, however, could not confirm if the PlayStation 4 disc will be required to run the upgraded version like it was for the PS3 to PS4. I imagine that would be the case, because if you could just buy the disc, get the game like on your trophy list, and that's how they analyze it for you to get the upgrade, well, that would be kind of broken if you could just pass around the game and everyone was getting upgraded PS5 versions. GameSpark also asked Sony about PlayStation 5 backwards compatibility, but nothing substantially new has been revealed at this point. However, it is interesting to note the Sony rep refused to comment on full PlayStation backward compatibility for the PlayStation 5. A rumor that has been circulating online since last October suggested that all PlayStation titles will natively play on the new console, so Sony not outright denying the possibility may hint that something is brewing on this front. Sony has commented on the PS4 backward compatibility support for PlayStation 5. However, it looks like at this point, they noted, "We focus working on PlayStation 4 backwards compatibility so that users can move to the new console with their PlayStation 4 libraries," in the statement by Sony, as translated by Black Kite on Twitter. "There is nothing we can answer about backwards compatibility with PS1, PS2, and PS3. Sony has also clarified that used games will work on PS5 just like they did on PS4. It'll be interesting to see if they can get it to a point where the game is playable through backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 5 through a software update. I mean, ultimately, that's what happened with the Xbox One. I just think Microsoft is a little bit ahead on software and programming side of things. They got Xbox 360 games working on the Xbox One. Sony could not get PS3 games working on the PS4, but the PS5 is a different animal altogether. You have to remember that the PlayStation 3 emulator is actually progressing along pretty rapidly on PC, and games are working rather well. Persona 5 can be played with RPCS 3. Metal Gear Solid 4 can be played with a high-end PC with RPCS 3. Now, how does a high-end PC compare to the PlayStation 5? That is the ins and outs that I am not completely familiar with, but considering that that architecture is in-house on Sony, you would think that they would have a better understanding of how to get PlayStation 3 games working on the PlayStation 5 over, let's say, somebody online running off of Patreon or something like that. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then you talk about PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games. That should be a simple implementation, given the fact that the PlayStation 5 is way more powerful than the PlayStation 2, and the PlayStation 2 emulator, PCSX2, that works flawlessly on PC. Literally, I think just about every game can work on a decent PC. You don't even need that high end of a PC for that emulator, and those games, you can up-res them, you can make them look even better than they already did. That emulator is just awesome. If you guys want a PS2 emulator, PCSX2, you can up the internal resolutions. Those games that you played at 360p, you can bring them up to 1080p, and they look gorgeous at that resolution. But that's just something to note. I would like native backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 3 especially. I mean, god damn, we don't have a way to preserve Metal Gear Solid 4. If we can't preserve Metal Gear Solid 4, I'm sorry, that is a crime. We can't preserve MGS4, we can't preserve Folklore, we can't preserve Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction in a crack in time. Yes, they can do remasters, but let's just get those games working on the PS5. It would be great, and then you open the floodgates of releasing these games digitally and just making passive income on this gigantic library of games. The revenue stream and opportunities that would open up would be gargantuan, and it's something Sony absolutely needs to look at. Alright, moving on from that, we have some updates on Monster Hunter World Iceborne Expansion Title Update 4 launches July 9th. Monster Hunter World Iceborne Title Update 4 will launch on July 9th, Capcom announced. Additionally, the company confirmed that event quests in Monster Hunter World Iceborne will return to their normal rotation starting on July 8th. The event quest schedule will be updated on the game's official website and in-game via the notice board on the Gathering Hub on July 3rd. A new developer diary will premiere on July 3rd at 5 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Eastern, so you can check that out as well. And also, interestingly enough, I want to note this quickly as well. Capcom is planning a Monster Hunter that middle school and high school students can enjoy. Capcom teased a Monster Hunter title that fans middle and high school students can enjoy during the question and answer section of its latest general meeting of stockholders. I'd like to ask about plans to bring Monster Hunter World to Nintendo Switch. Also, I would like to sell a Monster Hunter that middle and high school students can enjoy again. Capcom noted there are currently no plans to bring World on Nintendo Switch. We are planning to develop a Monster Hunter that middle and high school students can enjoy, so please look forward to that. I believe what they're referencing is that there was a Monster Hunter game, I believe on the DS, that was like an RPG. It was more of a cutesy RPG. It was on either on the DS or 3DS. My mind's a little bit foggy right now as far as what that is. Yes, okay, so there's Monster Hunter Stories. It was a lot more of a kid-friendly game. I want to see what it was rated. I'm sure it was rated like E or T for teen or something like that. It was E10+, so obviously you can see that this game was much more catered towards a younger audience, and that was available on the 3DS. When did this come out? September of 2017, so it's not like it's that old, but yeah, there you have it there. That'll conclude this video. Again, what would you guys think about a lack of PS3, PS2, PS1 backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 5, I should say? I think we're gonna get PlayStation 4 backwards compatibility to the fullest, hopefully at launch. If not at launch, shortly thereafter. I do think Sony is going to be committed to that. If he can't get it at launch, that is a little bit of a bummer, but I don't think that's a deal breaker. PS3, PS2, PS1 backwards compatibility is something that I personally want. A lot of the times when I say that I want that, I get memed on in the comment section of people saying like, come on man, why do you want to play all these old games? Well, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid 4 is a pretty good game. Folklore is a pretty good game. Resistance 1, 2, and 3 are pretty good games. Ratchet and Clank, pretty good games, and I want those titles to be playable in some form, and that would be great through backwards compatibility. But that's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.